So the brand of these grenades is T238. They're a tracer company, similar to a lot of other tracers that you see out there. They have some pretty cool ones. They have carbon fiber ones, and I think they even have one that does a like round count at the same time and like a chronograph. So really cool stuff coming out, and they have these nifty grenades too. So are these the first grenades that they've come out with, by the way?
I believe so.
Okay.
That I know of.
Sick. Sick.
Spin and the Hexa.
And then this is called the Matrix. These came across our desks and we're like, ooh, new toys. Let's try the new toys. I'm super, super excited for that one. I would love to get shot by that one, actually. I'm excited for this.
I'm curious, so yeah, that one's just like a single stream of BBs.
I think this is gonna act like the 40 mic from Airsoft Innovations back in the day because it's a single stream.
Yeah.
Which I'm super stoked for.
Well,
that was my favorite.
Open it up. We opened it up. No, so not the bottom piece. Take just the top off.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, so take just the top off that one, and then look at how it is. It's just a big feed ramp in there.
I do like how easy that you can take this apart to like figure out if something's wrong with it, you know?
Yeah. So if you look down there where there's like a little hole right at the end of the feed tube, and that's where all your air is gonna go in, and it's gonna push all those BBs out like a ramp. Yeah, let's stare right at it.
Well, that's why it's to the side, because I'm looking at it and I press it, and it goes. I think that's on.
I'd assume so.
Well, no, the on button is on the side here. That little piece.
Oh, so is that on then with the red lights?
The red light means it's full of gas.
Okay. Really? That has an indicator.
That's what it means.
I didn't know that.
That's what it says in the manual.
Very cool.
They're all on.
Okay, because this one's flashing, so I just don't want it to run out of battery power.
I think they'll be all right. I mean, I don't know though. We didn't charge them obviously before starting this.
So the ball one, it looked like the cap you're only supposed to fill up like the base of the cap for it. Yeah. But for this test, we filled it up all the way, put a little bit of tape on it, because we definitely didn't accidentally break the pedals during one of the testing. So we're trying to see if it'll hold together a little bit and see what that distance and or what it would feel like.
Okay.
Don't think there's any gas in it, Talon. Oh, it never reset. So it was stuck to the rear.
Yeah, that'll happen. No.
So
I knew that as soon as I saw it.
And it never reset back. And I was trying to go ahead and get it out, and I touched the back of it, and it popped. So I put it right down to my feet.
no, I definitely gassed it. I think this launcher
Doesn't
is
reach
just
far
not
enough?
pushing out far enough because that is a very deep push because of the trace effect.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fair.
This pin goes just a little bit further.
Got it. Well, that would make a whole bunch of sense. All right, ready, buddy?
Yep.
So this is the multi-barreled, like probably standard shower shell. So neat. All right, now for the other one.
Didn't seem like it traced quite so much.
No, I did not see any trace effect. I did see the bright purple of the flame effect.
I did see a little bit of it, and I don't know if that's because like I'm just seeing the bright purple effect. The red light is not on. To turn this on, what do I press? The top button, correct?
It's on. That one should be on.
It doesn't have anything flashing on it.
Launch it?
Just launch it. We'll reload them. Whatever.
I'm very, very excited for this one personally. All right, spin. Ready?
Yep.
That's depressed.
That sounded terrible. Like terrifying terrible.
That's what the 40 mic sounded like. Yeah, that's exactly what that was. So how'd that feel shower-wise?
You only hit my arm.
Okay, so that literally, when it comes out.
It literally made a giant circle. I heard all the BBs hit all around me.
Okay. So once again, I depressed the trigger. I waited, and I had to like squeeze the hell out of it, and then it fired.
So that's just a short arm.
Yeah.
Let's try the other one, the
Okay.
other launcher. I'm just gonna test and see if this launcher will even work with the pin length.
Okay.
Assuming less.
So these are the wads that come with. In the photo on the box, it looks like they only filled the bottom cup of it. We had tested it, filled it all the way up to the top. Didn't really see much of a difference, I don't think. But we're gonna just test it from like what it looks like in the bottom, or in the, my gosh, having a stroke today. On the box. Hey now. Like that much. And actually, what's kind of neat about this is it goes in, like, clicks. And actually, like,
Holds it in there.
yeah, a little bit. Like, you can feel when you load it in, you'll feel like a click, which is kind of nice.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna load it now, and I never like doing this.
Well, that one you can get away with loading with gas before you put the projectiles in.
Yes.
These you really can't. You gotta gas it and then load it. Okay. Glasses.
Let's shoot some Tracy's.
Was it my turn to get shot?
Yep.
Cool!
You ready?
Yep.
That was too much. Like too many BBs in there.
Really?
So it didn't seem like it went very far at all.
Yeah, it all hit my
So
legs.
the BBs made it to the back wall, sorta, but the shell obviously dropped halfway.
It all hit my legs, but I just filled up like that bottom cap, maybe a little bit over, but just that bottom cap. So
Okay.
maybe you really got to put barely anything in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay.
40 Mike, PTSD, here I come.
You ready?
Sure. Oh! That kind of sucked, I'll be honest. Ow.
Yeah.
That's scary.
It sounded like it sucked.
I like that one. That's my new favorite.
Ready?
Sure. Less scary.
That's like the most traditional, I feel like, M203 launcher there is.
That one definitely had a lot more spread and had a wider area of effect compared to the spin, which seemed way more linear and directional.
Yeah.
Again, just like the 40 Mike. I will say, so, one shot broken pedals.
Yeah, so these, we've learned they're $1 a pop. It's $10 for a 10-pack.
I will say though, as long as the base doesn't break, we did, before we started filming, we were able to get some scotch tape and tape them and then load like this. And get last piece of scotch tape put together. So they are reusable to an extent. You just, this is the one part that you don't want to break, obviously.
Yeah. Well, you'd also have to go find it on the field after you shoot it.
Yes. So,
Which is all right.
it is what it
As
is.
long as you're indoors, it's gonna be easy enough to find that.
I mean, they are clear.
Spray paint it yellow.
Yeah, but then the tracer doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. What about you spray paint the pedals yellow, but the base keep clear?
No.
No.
It's gotta be clear.
That's fair. All right. That's neat. That spin one is kind of scary. No, not really. I mean, we did test everything that we were going to test. I would like to see what this with like the lightest, like 0.20.
I also would like to try just filling it with other stuff.
That's also what I want
Just
to
like
do.
things.
Do we have any other Nerf? Did they send any of them? No. No, I would like to try this filled with like random stuff. Like they have gel ball. They said that you use these for.
It says you can use gel ball in them.
I want to fill them with like 0.12s.
Yeah.
If we have any 0.12s, like to the brim, and then put a piece of scotch tape and see what distance we can get with it. Because I think that's just funny. You know.
Burrito.
We're back on day 2 to test more stuff with the T238. We have some lights off portions of the field. We're going to test the actual tracing function of it because during the lighted, or at the lighted portions of the field that we had yesterday while we were testing, a little hard to see that.
Is it turning red?
No, but it was spitting back out at me, so I'm assuming it's full of gas.
It says 3 seconds hold, so yeah.
Yeah, both of these have turned red. This one immediately turned red after filling it with gas. This one took a minute.
Yeah, so, I mean, according to their...
Nope, there we go.
There it goes, it turns red. So that means that it's under pressure.
Well, check the pin
Ooh,
on the
that's
right back
fair.
there. Like, does it seem like there's gonna be enough?
No.
What is your length on the other one?
About the same.
Oh, it is about the same.
Let's try it.
Yeah, why not? China Lake's way cooler anyways.
You ready, Spaghetti?
Sure.
Here in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, don't tease me like that.
No, safety was off.
That sucked.
What happened?
I'm gonna say the pin was not good.
Well, that wasn't even the problem though, because when it hit, it just shot like the ball like 1 foot out, and then it hit the floor. It didn't even open.
I think that
What?
on the China Lake, this does not work whatsoever.
I'm gonna take that back with me, grab a wad and reset it and regas it and see if that was like a fucking weird fluke
Okay.
with the other launcher as well. So I'll take swap here.
I think it's I think it was just the pin with the China Lake.
Yeah. All right.
Ready?
Sure.
3, 2, 1.
Owie. You hit all of my legs. Where were you aiming?
I was aiming for like your chest.
Yeah, you hit literally below the belt the entire time. And that was with .20s.
3, 2, 1.
That was good.
All right, got him with the spin now.
That one definitely had the trace effect.
Yeah, I'm not standing down there for the spin. I don't like the 40 mic mics, so I know what that's gonna feel like.
All right, here's the spin. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that would have sucked.
That one had a weird misfire.
Yeah, that was weird.
It triggered the flash.
Yeah.
And then the second triggered the ultraviolet like trace.
Yep.
And then the third trigger pull fired.
Do you want me to go grab the gas? We can try that one again. That was kind of weird.
This one's getting kind of sticky. Let's oil these up as well.
Okay.
So with the China Lake as well as the handheld pistol launcher, the pins on the back were not long enough to actuate the 40mm grenades. The only success we've had is with the one standalone, right? What's the brand on that one?
That's the B&T one.
ASG, B&T.
Yeah, ASG.
So this one doesn't have a button. It's internally recessed. So
Yeah,
I have
can
a
see that. It's too dark in here.
yeah, it's a pencil here. So it's blinking to light up the tracer BBs, but when I press and hold it for 3 seconds, which should change the settings, it's not changing. So I think once they're gassed, they don't allow for a change.
Huh.
Well, let's shoot him.
I mean that kind of makes sense. So then people aren't, messing with it and accidentally blowing it off and like hurting themselves. Especially with these two, where those are at the end of the actual muzzle, I guess, of the 40mm.
Yeah, go ahead and shoot those off, Logan.
Sure. The wadded version,
The Matrix.
the Matrix. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Wasn't very bright.
I don't think the tracer part was on at all.
Oh, it was.
It
I
was?
saw-
I saw it try to, but
Yeah, I watched the tracer BBs come back, so they're activating and they're turning on.
it's just not the brightest thing ever.
No. All right. The shower shell, which is called what, Ross?
The
Hex.
Hexa.
Hexa. All right. 3, 2, 1. So that had no activation, probably because it shut off, and like you said, you weren't able to actually adjust it. Let's see if that's true. So it should be done. Yep. Yeah. See, I can adjust it now.
Yeah.
So a cool safety feature. Kind of sucks, though, if you forget about it and load up your grenades. But, again, I'd rather be safe than sorry. All right. Spin in 3, 2, 1.
Well, that one worked the best.
That one sounds like it's going to suck.
Yeah.
Cool.
That one actually traced, so.
Yes, that one is pretty sweet. For this, because I'm curious, I have some 150 gas from Swiss Arms. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the black or the super heavy gas. That'd be cool. Probably blow a seal. But I'm curious to see what this is going to do. What's the typical PSI for green gas?
110, 114.
Okay. So definitely hotter. 1, 2, 3. So that went up and over because I was aiming like this. That went absolutely everywhere. I am going to use 150 gas with these from here on out. That was wildly successful.
It's pretty powerful.
Nice, but you can't really see it that well, but there's the Nerf end strike balls. I think that's what those things are. With some BBs. And there's 2 end strike balls that were able to fit in the actual cap of it, and then just a handful of BBs. Act as like a buckshot, I guess. So it does say that you can fit those like actual foam balls in it, which is kind of nifty. But I'm just gonna flip around and shoot at yonders. 3, 2, 1. So that worked well.
Yeah, it launched it as you would expect it to.
Yeah, way better than the using just BBs, if I'm being completely honest. That's how at least I feel. I think a couple of the BBs actually made it through the thing itself, which is kind of nice. That's nice. Closing thoughts. I think it's really cool. I prefer the spin because it's reminiscent of a very OP grenade launcher shell back in the day. Also, it was the best in my opinion tracer-wise to actually be able to see. The wad's a really cool concept. I feel like you definitely need more butt behind it if you're using anything higher than .12s probably, because even with .20s the performance wasn't that great. But the fact that you can fill up with other things such as the Nerf end strike balls or the foam balls as well is very, very cool. So, and then the shells, these things do not like to last. Which, if you buy a 10-pack and you go through a 10-pack, say, for $15, it's going through $15 every single time you want to run this thing out in the field. Or if you have multiple shells, that cost adds up.
10 packs, $10.
Oh, there we go.
I really like the tech that's integrated into the launchers to indicate the flash and trace mode, as well as indicating if it has a charge of gas or not. A very cool technological advancement when it comes to these launchable options. More options we have for players, I think, allows for a wider versatility of fun.
No, I like it. I did not expect for there to be that red light. It's actually super helpful.
I do not like that they don't work in like any launcher that doesn't have a pin that's super long.
That is one thing that is not great. I know you can easily shim your launcher, but like you're shimming your launcher. You shouldn't have to do that. I think they're cool. I really like the spin though. I think out of the 3, that's my favorite. So what about you?
I like the Hexa.
Yeah.
I mean, traditional M203 style. I would agree. The spin and Hexa are cool. I think that the Matrix is a bit gimmicky. I mean, the wad just doesn't go far enough, depending on the load, and they break, and they're not as reusable. So,
Yeah.
If they made a more reusable wad, that'd be cool. That's really interesting to that. So that's my final thoughts. I'm gonna go find some Chipotle Taco Bell sauce though, and have a good time.